It isn't just one mosque, there are in fact multiple mosques on the site that we know as Masjid Al Aqsa. We tend to think of Masjid Al Aqsa as the building at the southernmost corner of the mosque. In actual fact, that is the Qibla Mosque, so called because it is the closest to the Qibla. The whole complex is known as the Blessed Masjid Al Aqsa. It is also referred to as Al-Haram Ash-Sharif, the noble sanctuary. It is mentioned in the Quran. In fact, the Kaaba and Masjid Al Aqsa are the only two masjids mentioned in the Quran, and they are even referenced side by side when Allah, SWT, speaks of the night journey and ascension. Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al-Masjid Al-Haram to Al-Masjid Al Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed, to show him of our signs. Indeed, he is the all-hearing, the all-seeing, the noble Quran, 17:1. The original Dome of the Rock looked very different. The Dome of the Rock was built by the Umayyad ruler Abdul Malik ibn Marwan. It was originally wooden with either a brass, lead or ceramic cover. The iconic dome we all know was built almost 1,000 years later during the reign of the Ottoman ruler, Suleiman the Magnificent. The distinctive gold layer was added to the dome along with the Ottoman tiles to the facade of the building. Alhamdulillah, we are currently fundraising to illuminate this Islamic landmark. The complex is also a burial ground. Though there is no accurate record of who and how many have been buried here, the burial ground in Al-Haram Ash-Sharif is the resting place for many prophets, and Sahabu of the Holy Prophet, saw. For example, Ubadu ibn Samir, who was the first Islamic judge in Masjid Al Aqsa, is buried in the Bab al-Rahma cemetery. This is the third most prominent graveyard in the Islamic world, after two famous graveyards in Mecca and Medina, and Alhamdulillah, it has been recently renovated by your donations through Muslim hands. It once held a legendary minbar. Imad ad-Din Zengi, a member of the Turkish Zengid dynasty, had a special minbar built to be installed in Masjid Al Aqsa. This minbar was not only beautiful, but it was made without using a single nail or bit of glue. Sadly, Imad ad-Din did not live to see the victory, but his Prot. A. Copyright G. A. Copyright Salahuddin fulfilled the wish of his teacher, and after liberating Jerusalem for the second time in the history of Islam, installed the minbar. The site was once used as a dumping ground when the Romans exiled Jewish people from the city. The mainly Roman inhabitants used the area of Masjid Al Aqsa as a garbage dump. When Amar, opened city to Islam, he cleared the rubbish with his bare hands. He also ended the centuries-old exile of Jewish people, giving refugee families the right to reside in Jerusalem once again. Al-Ghazali lived and wrote his greatest work, one of the most famous scholars in Islamic history, Imam Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, spent a period of his life in Masjid Al Aqsa where he wrote what is widely regarded as his greatest work, the Ihya al-Din, the revival of religious sciences. A building in the masjid marks the site of his old room. It has been burnt down in 1969. The entire Qibla Masjid was burnt down. The mosque has since been rebuilt, but this incident from the not-so-distant past shows just how important it is to look after the third holiest site in Islam. In fact, in 2019, we began fundraising to replace the entire lighting system in the Qibla Masjid, because the old system had not been replaced in 30 years and posed a risk of fire. We have just finished this work, Alhamdulillah. Serve Palestine in 2022. Here are 3 ways you can support Masjid Al Aqsa and her caretakers. Illuminate the Dome of the Rock Masjid to gain the reward of the 1,000 prayers. The Prophet was asked, if one of us cannot visit it, Al-Aqsa, what should we do? He said, then he should make a gift of some oil to be lit therein, in its lamps. For indeed the one who gifts this to it will be like the one who has prayed therein, worth 1,000 prayers. Ahmad, sponsor a Palestinian family with your zakat, or sadaqah. Plant an olive tree in Palestine. It's a triple charity, providing food, livelihoods and protecting the environment, all in just £8.15. You can also give on behalf of a loved one and receive a gift card and certificate. May Allah put barakah in everything you give to His blessed masjid. Ameen.